You know what? I'm gonna just play the clip.
Black fatigue is real. I think society as a whole is there. We are just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood, that they want to praise this woman. But what she did is not praiseworthy. But also on the same hand, please remember that every day that us white people get on this app, we get called racial slurs. So if you don't want to be called a racial slur, you also have to stop calling people racial slurs.
So first, it was woke. Then it was DEI. And now, black fatigue. What's ironic about this is when you look up black fatigue, the actual definition, it means us being sick and tired of their ray-rayness. It doesn't mean what she means for it to mean, which is them being sick of us. But what I can't understand is how people like this can both be the perpetrator but also play the victim at the exact same time.
Yeah. So, my friends, I was asked to cover this one. First, we have to address this whole idea of, first there was woke, and then they took the word woke, and then DEI, and then all of these other words. I want you guys to understand one thing. Words don't only have meaning, they have significance. That's the reason why one person can say the F word to you in the bedroom and use the same F word to insult you. That's the reason why the N word used by black people versus white people, same word, different significance. Please understand, words have significance. What is the significance of the word? How is it being used? This white woman used the word, or hijacked the word, depends on who you're talking to, black fatigue, to signify her frustration with the ratchet behavior of black people. They're just words, my friends. But what is the significance? But of course, everybody's hung up on the fact that, oh, the white people have taken this word and made it into their own again.
Black fatigue. It's all over my FYP page. Thank you. I am so happy that this is being brought up. And oh, by the way, for us white people that have been around the block a long time, this isn't new to us. We've been dealing with this for over 40 years.
Black fatigue does exist. Black fatigue means that you are a black person that is tired of experiencing systematic oppression and systematic racism.
This is life. We all use words to define something, but we don't have the exclusive rights to words. I always use this acronym MEAT, M-E-A-T. It was born by Coach Greg Adams. It's not my original words, but it signifies money, energy, attention, and time, the four basic things that we give to other people. But how else can I define it in such a way that it very quickly relay my message? So I use that term. They're not my original terms. Someone singing a song, I love you, or I love you, or I love you. It's the same freaking words, but no one can hold on to those words and say that they're theirs. Words are not exclusive. It's who's using it and in what context. What is the significance of those words? So, my friends, let's get into it. Let's talk about black fatigue. Subscribe, like the video, please. We're going to jump into another educational video today, my friends. Please hit that like button. Takes nothing from you, means so much to me. And of course, pick up my Content Creators Toolkit. Start creating your own content today. The link is in the description. All right, so let's listen to someone else here.
People are tired of dealing with niggas and nigga shit. Black fatigue is a collective tiredness that everyone in the country, especially in the United States, has for black people. People are tired of the ghetto-ness, the ratchetness, the loud behavior, the fighting, the arguing. They're tired of all that shit from black people. They're tired of black people using the race card to escape any kind of criticism or any kind of trouble at all. They're tired of the excuse from black people for why they can't do something is because, well, I'm black, and because of slavery, and because of racism, and because of a bunch of bullshit that does not fucking affect them in reality. So what's the solution? Well, the solution is for black people to acknowledge that they have a problem. Our culture is a problem. The way that we handle ourselves and handle issues is a problem. Black people need to stop acting as if there is nothing wrong with us, that we are perfect and nothing can be done wrong by black people. We need to stop putting our faith and value in entertainers. They give us a poor representation, a poor image. We need to redefine the objectives and roles of both men and women within the Black community. We need to put more value in education, not sports and not rapping, not fucking dope dealing and doing bullshit. Our entire collective consciousness and our focus needs to change if we want to do better.
Yes, the term, am I your brother's keeper, should apply a lot more severe within the Western Hemisphere. Listen, man, Black people are out of their home, Africa. You've been bought into another society. That means the standards that you have to adhere to have to be higher than the people that are the dominant in that society. Why is it that Black people, especially in the West and America, the UK, are literally some of the lowest earners? We are the lowest earners. The Indians are killing it. The Asians are killing it. The Jews are killing it. So our attitude amongst each other has to change. We are the worst when it comes to supporting each other. We tear each other down in masses. So I wanted to play what this gentleman suggests because he summed it up perfectly. Reality of it is this individualism between Black people is just crazy to the point where there's no accountability or responsibility amongst us.
Go, I never answer to no, man, I still go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway, and in the driveway is a night.
That's the kids. That's the kids over there. I attended my daughter's graduation last week as well. All the kids graduated at the same time. Very civil. The hats were thrown into the air with dignity, and the hoorays and the hip hip hurrahs and the hugs, high fives. None of this behavior was there. But what do you see in that entire crowd? All Black people. What America failed to understand, and I said this in my video yesterday and the day before, whatever you do in America transmits around the world like wildfire. Why? Because Black people are very vibrant people. We're loud, but we don't have to be. This is primarily from America. This behavior transmits itself over the pond into the UK. Now it's in Africa. If you listen to any of these African podcasts, the women in Africa, you can literally hear the same freaking tonality like the ghetto woman in America.
I used to have this boyfriend who was very masculine. Shit, the nigga had a tattoo of Africa on his chest. You know those guys who want to think having a tattoo of Africa is deep. Those guys, used to be those guys, works out, drug dealer. Understand this, there was a friend of mine who actually passed on, had mentioned to me that this guy is gay, like on like first sight, like, Prudy, I'm not going to lie. I'm called Prudence. Prudy, I'm not going to lie to you. Real talk, this guy is gay.
I need the bag. I need the bag. You call him. You tell me I need the bag. He has to pay. If I am giving him this, he has to pay. Where's the money? I am not working for... It's the same freaking attitude, different accent. Same thing in the UK. Same thing in Canada. All countries that are white dominated. But the Black people are the loudest and the most ratchet. Why is that? Listen, I live over here in Dubai. I'm married to a white woman. We have 2 cars. She has a nice car. I have the 13-year-old Hyundai. She has a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Beautiful. Black. All the leather seats and all the bells and whistles, right? Whether I'm driving her car or my car. If I am driving and I'm going into one of our friends' neighborhood, the security guard will stop us and question me. If she is driving, we never get stopped. Yes, going through, madam. Going through. Yes. I'm in the passenger seat. Yes, going through. I'm driving. Stop. You have idea where you're going? How? Even if she's next to me, I get stopped. And this is another Black man stopping me, by the way, just so you understand that. Most security guards are either Indians, Pakistani, Africans. So I'm telling you, my friend, this comes because we have a reputation.
Black fatigue is a thing. Newsflash. White people don't want to live around ratchet Black people. And Black people don't want to live around ratchet Black people. I mean, it's nothing like going to the Walmart on a Sunday morning and then you see the bonnet crew walk in. Loud, obnoxious, the kids are everywhere. in every aisle, unattended, and that's anywhere you go. No matter what. They're highly emotional, highly sensitive. You can't say nothing. You can't even smile and hold the door for them because they'll look at you like you're crazy. And always the victim of something. Either you stepped on a shoe, you looked at them wrong, you told them good morning. They're never happy, they're never satisfied. And you wonder why normal, good black people move out of the hood as soon as they start getting successful. I was one of those black people that said, man, if I made some money, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna buy up this, buy up that. I'm gonna support the community. As soon as I got my money, I got the fuck up out of there.
Why the hell not? You buy your freedom to get from bad to better. That's what people would normally do. Anybody who has the opportunity to get out of bad, they're trying to get to better. That's what they work their asses for. But if we keep our community in this perpetual state of not improving, we're in trouble.
What is black fatigue? People are tired of your shit. People are tired of the black community. It is what it is. Even black people are tired of the black community. That should tell you something. But they just call us derogatory names just like they call white folks. People are tired of seeing the same shit over and over again. And if they say anything about it, it's racist. If they want something done about it, it's racist. If they want justice for a crime that was committed by the black community, racist. Like I said, you don't have to be white to experience this. Asian people, Hispanic people, white people, even black people experience black fatigue. Simply being tired of that shit.
Because we're not moving forward. This is the problem that we have. And I hate to say it. In the past, it used to be more the men. You know, the pants down by the crack of the ass, that whole gay look from prison. It used to be the men were a lot more ratchet and out there. Now, it's the women. The majority of the incidences that we're seeing are hyper-aggressive women fighting, just being ghetto, as you put it. Hate to use that word, but it's a word that you guys understand.
That's mine. Oh, my bag. So did. You don't go on that seat. No, the bag's going on the floor, honey. I paid for this. I paid for it. This your purse? Yeah, that's my purse. Okay, don't throw my bag down. Do that? Don't throw my bag down. No, I ain't even on that. I ain't on that type of time. A good day today. I am.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
I am too. You messing up my time, honey. What you think? I'm walking tall and pretty today, honey. And what you think I am? Come on, man. Don't get in my face. Don't get in my face.
Yeah, I don't know whether that was staged capturing the entire thing. That looks a bit sus. But it does highlight what this gentleman is saying. This is the problem you have with a lot of black women in public.
Like, black people are notorious for naming their children 25-letter names that they're never going to get even pronounced right, let alone spelled right. Like, why would you do that?
Do you know why they actually do that? Yeah. The reason for that is because during slavery, their identities were taken away. So they had to have unique names in order to identify their offspring when they were sold from different plantations. So that came down generationally as generational trauma.
Okay, well, how about now? Isn't that sort of trauma for that poor kid that's never going to have his name spelled right?
Only to your standards. Like, what is...
If I were that child, I wouldn't want my name misspelled all the way through or mispronounced by people.
That's because people can't take the time to pronounce it correctly.
Whatever.
You can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but you can't say Jaquan. Are you kidding me?
Okay, whatever the result is, the poor child does not have his name pronounced correctly or spelled correctly.
Because people do not take the time. You can take the extra 2 seconds to do it, but instead you're sitting here making fun of a whole culture of people for things that they didn't have a choice on.
Do you have a name that gets misspelled a lot?
I sure don't. Well, because my mom whitewashed my name.
So that's racist.
Oh, it's always an excuse. Shaquanda, Quanisha. I mean, this is the problem I don't like with the black community. The same BS, the same whole idea of naming your kids these weird-ass names, trying to make that sound Africans. Even the Africans are laughing at you all because the names mean absolutely nothing. It's just some stupid pile of words that you name your kids. And what does it do? All it just shows is that your parents didn't come from good stock. That's all. Condemning the kid for life. Yeah, black fatigue. I told you this before. The reason why it's so important for me, even sitting my ass over here in Dubai, to point out these problems in the U.S. is because everything is transmittable from the U.S. Every single cultural problem and social issue is transmitted via movies, social media, music, video games. 4 biggest exports that come out of America. And a lot of it are cultural. And of course, fashion. All of these things are transmitted overseas. That's why I have to talk about it.
So here's my honest opinion about black fatigue. Black fatigue actually exists. However, black fatigue does not exist in a way that a lot of non-black people think. It has nothing to do with race and everything to do with culture. It is the culture, the society, and the environment you are raised in. It has nothing to do with race, and it never was about race, because if it was about race, then every black person would be acting like that. Black fatigue is a poison well that is consumed by certain locations and environments. Another majorly important factor is accountability. If black people in general don't hold each other and others accountable for our and their actions, there will be no change within our communities. The destruction of property and violence, the need to be extremely fucking loud and ratchet for no reason. I've seen some of these videos from non-white people talking about the black fatigue, and they do have a point. And for the black people who is watching this, believe me, I did not want to hear any of this shit from non-black people. However, some of them, not all of them, because some of them were just straight up racist, but some of them had some solid points. When it comes to gentrification, credit score, stimulus check, lack of funding for black public schools and neighborhoods, government, the CIA, United Healthcare, all of this was targeted towards the black community so we can end up how we are today.
The brother's hitting these points smack on. Now, any black person listening to him, what's the first thing they're going to say? Oh, he sound white because he don't have that ghetto talk. There's not enough N words being thrown in there. Not enough B words. The brother's educated.
Just for the record, we will all file bankruptcy and we will all go back to school. You're not getting a dime from us. What? I have 3 degrees. I'll go get another one. I'm a black woman. Black women are the most educated populace on this planet. We go to bed, wake up, and decide, okay, we're bored. Let's go get another degree. Are you kidding me? I will take 2 to 3 credits per semester, per year, until the next administration gets here and figures this all out. You're not getting a dime from me, Donald Trump. Because see, what you don't understand, while you are trying to crush the middle class and destroy the lower class.
Yeah. Black excellence. Let me steal from the society.
So, ladies, I'm sitting in my car, and I done came up with an idea. You know how you go get your hair done, but before you get your hair done, you have to put down a deposit. Before you get your lashes done, you have to put down a deposit. Before you get your nails done, you have to put down a deposit, right? And if you don't show up, you do not get that deposit back. So I done came up with an idea. We should start charging these men deposit to date us.
You see this attitude here? This attitude has perpetrated across the pond. This attitude is in Canada. This attitude is in the Caribbean. This attitude is in the UK and in Africa. The whole idea of the whole mentality perpetrated by black women is transmitted around the world, making sure my daughters don't hear and adhere to any of this crap.
And bitch, let me tell you how the bank got me fucked up. Yes, bitch, the credit union got me fucked up. I called the bank today because my card acting up. It's declining and shit, and I'm seeing the money on there. So I'm like, why the fuck is my card declining? I called the bank. I said, hey, my card declining. I need some help. I need to figure out what's going on. She started looking through the transactions. She said, well, ma'am, it was reported as fraud because this is your 6th time getting Chipotle since Sunday. And it's Tuesday. I said, listen here, bitch, who the fuck is you talking to? That is my goddamn card, and this is my big back. And bitch, if I want Chipotle 6 times a fucking day, bitch, you better unlock my shit. Fuck the bank. This is why I'm keeping my money in a shoebox under the bed. Because them motherfuckers is judging you now.
All right, that was a little humor, but it shows you something very clearly. That kind of attitude. But I just wanted a demonstration of the kind of ratchet attitude that is synonymous with black women. This is what the world sees. Not only the attitude, but the fact that most of the black community is 300 pounds. And we have to accept that as part of the black experience. Big booty, big back girls. So what I'm trying to show you is stereotypes, stereotypical. The reason why it's stereotypical is because it's very prominent amongst the community. I want to get a definition from my friend ChatGPT on the word stereotype. How would you define the word stereotype when it comes to culture? And give it to me cold and hard. Don't fluff me, please.
All right, Paul. A stereotype is a fixed, oversimplified belief about a particular group of people. In cultural terms, it means attributing the same characteristics or behaviors to everyone in a certain group, ignoring individual differences. It's blunt, often inaccurate, and can lead to prejudice or discrimination.
But wouldn't the reason why the stereotype exists is because it is prominent?
I get what you're saying. Stereotypes often come from noticing patterns or common traits within a group. But the problem is that they oversimplify and generalize, ignoring the diversity within that group. Just because something is common doesn't mean it's universally true or fair to assume about everyone. That's where the danger lies.
I get it. I understand where the danger lies. The problem is when societies are grouped based on individual characteristics, we tend to see that there is a pattern, and human beings are pattern recognizing creatures.
Absolutely. Humans are wired to recognize patterns because it helps us make sense of the world quickly. But when we rely too heavily on these patterns, we risk overlooking the unique qualities of individuals. That's where stereotypes can become harmful because they lock people into boxes that don't reflect their true individual nature.
All right, thank you for your balanced view. So, of course, it's programmed to be balanced, but the gist of it is stereotypes are based on common characteristics that are prominent in any society or individuals. And that's where the problem lies. That's how society judge each other. We look for patterns, and the patterns amongst the black community are exactly what these men say. The ratchet, loud, despicable behavior that is usually not acceptable in any society. And that's the primary thing. It is behavior that is not acceptable. It might not be illegal, but it's not conducive to the harmony of a society. Now, over here in Dubai, they're a lot stricter. But in the West, you can get away with screaming and shouting and cursing someone. Over here, yeah, you can't do that shit. So we live in a much more harmonious society. What a lot of you Americans or Westerners would think, oh, that's a very suppressed society. No, it's not suppressive. It's nice to be able to have a decent conversation, have your disagreement, but keep your cool. Don't step out of the boundaries into this ratchet behavior. Perfect. I love it. I love the fact that, hey, if we reach to a point where we do not agree with each other or something has happened that frustrates us, we can easily just walk away because we know that we're going to both get in trouble. Or if it's a matter that has to deal with some monetary or legal issue, we simply call the police and he will resolve it. And we won't get in trouble because we call the police. He's just there to be arbitrary. So my friends, listen, I can't beat this horse anymore. All I'm going to just say is black fatigue is real on both sides, depending on how you see it. White people see it as we're frustrated with the outrageous actions of black people. Black people will see it as we've been beaten down so much by the white society that we're just frustrated and we're fatigued. They both have relevance. But in reality, all we have to do is simply define how we're using the word black fatigue in order to make sure that we're both clear. That's it. Simple explanation. Okay? So my friends, let me know what you think. Let's have a discussion. And listen, this coming Saturday, we're going to have another group session if you want to get in on it and you want to have your opinion heard on my show. And you have a channel that you also want to be able to highlight on the show, I am more than happy to help you guys. I am that guy that believes that we all rise together, my friends. Okay? So send me an email if you're interested in that. paul@askanolderman.com. Do not send it in the comment section. I can't guarantee I'm going to get back in touch with you. Send it to my email address, please. Okay? So, my friends, until tomorrow, remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. Hey, and like this video before you go. See you soon. Cheers.